It was the age of forgiveness. It was the age of bickering. It was the epoch of friendship. It was the epoch of enmity. It was the spring of our hope. It was the winter of our despair. We had one act before us. We had one act behind us. We were a moment from death. We were a moment from happiness. In short, Act 2 was so far like the previous act that some of its noisiest characters insisted on its being played, for good or for evil, in a superlative degree of comparison only.
Why the fuck would you wait until someone said how we just get anywhere to tell us you got bitten?
Seemed like a good time.
Alfonso, what have you done?
Shut up.
I'm just saying you can learn something.
They took Jackie! Jack! No, Jack, don't go out there! Look, I had to find her. The only reason we're alive is that I thought the zombies would finish us off. They'll kill you! I died for love. Kill me now. Come on, let's take a walk and cool off.
How the hell did they even get in here?
They said they were the police.
In the apocalypse?
They were not the police.
How are you not dead yet?
What do you mean?
I don't know, with all the dumb things you do, I imagine you'd have had a bunch of pretty close shaves.
How dare you?
Because of you, David's now gonna die.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Optimism Reed. We can cut my arm off.
Yeah, because that's optimistic.
It'll stop the spread for a while.
David,
I guess it's the only way.
yeah, but, I mean, I'll do it. All right, let's go.
I'll suffocate.
No! Oh God, this is gonna hurt!
Not good.
Hey, stay positive. I'm sure it's...
I haven't even started yet.
It's anticipation! It's killing me!
Thanks, I'll try to stay positive.
Ah!
Still haven't started yet. Just get it over with already.
Hey, he'll probably be so delirious he won't even feel pain.
Probably best to just stop making predictions.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's get you finished up. As soon as we can find some bandages.
We should be kicking him out is what we should be doing.
No, we're not kicking him out.
He's gonna turn into a zombie in Wastelanders.
We're better off killing him.
I can finish the job I'm already late.
We're not killing him, he's my brother.
Look, if we want to survive, Bro's gotta go.
If we want to survive, you guys do everything in your power to make sure you're not gonna survive. Letting in Viper and the Claw, saying you're in love after like 20 minutes of knowing each other, letting your daughter outside to play with zombies. You know, I used to think it would take a lot to survive the apocalypse, that only the people in top mental and physical condition would make it. But apparently I was wrong, because all the dumbest people in the world have survived and are with me right now. So thank you for dispelling that notion.
You're welcome.
But if you don't want us here, we'll just leave. Come on, Rita, let's go.
It's dangerous out there, Rina. Stay here where it's safe.
I'm not minding that, I don't have to do it. Are you coming?
Safety numbers. Say, please.
What was all that about loving endings and wanting to have a real group?
This is a real group. Don't break it apart. I'm just trying to stay alive. That's important.
I'm not getting killed needed. Don't you know that?
We've all got to make sacrifices.
For my own brother.
He's basically dead already.
I'm sorry. Sarah, you know what? I'm not a fucking quitter. You can stay, you coward.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm not running off into the woods with my dying brother trying to save him from something that, newsflash, 0 people in the entire world have ever been cured of. That's really smart.
I'm
must be fine.
That doesn't matter anymore.
Then you need to get out.
Wow, she actually left. I didn't think she would. She's pretty weird. Do you want to talk about it?
God damn it!
Hey, don't be so bad. We've all murdered someone at some point to save ourselves.
We didn't murder them!
I murdered Frank. We're on the same page.
You down the rat thing. You're gonna die real quick out there.
How is that the right thing?
You ain't gonna die.
Rina's smart. She can keep herself protected from David.
Look, are you just sad because you don't have anyone to smooch anymore?
No. And why does everyone keep using the word smooch? No!
Where's Sebastian?
Fuck.
Well, Jackie, this is Caro. We're gonna need some wood for the fire and something to tie you to. Claw?
So, are you guys the only ones that's looking?
No! There are tons of us in it. They're just all out. Yes, out on missions. You know, blood gang stuff. That's actually the #2 rule of blood gangs. Always be on missions. A-bomb is our acronym for that. For the missions that we go on.
Okay.
So rude. Can I get you anything? Water? Squirrel?
I'm fine for now, please.
Okay. So what do you like to do?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, what are your interests?
Running away from leggings.
Oh, you got me. Guilty as charged. Okay. I mean, before the zombies and the blood gang stuff.
I was studying biochemical engineering at Princeton.
Really? Ah,
Why is that funny?
it is not. I applaud women who succeed in fields traditionally dominated by men.
Okay, so you just thought because I'm not good at killing zombies, it meant that I wasn't smart.
Oh, of course
It's
not.
just a different skill set and more important outside the apocalypse. I was a genius back then.
Oh, I'm sure. Biochemical engineering, huh? Could you make a zombie cure?
Yeah, just use some squirrels and twigs and rubble and stuff.
Oh. You're funny. I like you.
Thanks.
I mean, I really, really like you.
Oh, looks like Becker's not the only one with wood.
Oh, learn to hold your tongue, Clark, or else I will. Have to talk to you about this one.
Hey, Piper, could you be a deer and go fetch me a hare?
A what?
A hare. Like a rabbit?
Oh, of course. Claw, go get her hair.
No, Piper, I want you to get it for me. You seem stronger.
Well, if that's the case, I'll be right back.
Do hares taste different than rabbits? Or?
Ew, I don't know.
Can I ask you a question? Why is it that your group's just constantly blabbering on all the time? It's like you guys don't understand the gravity of all this.
Honestly, it's happier that way. See, you just remember that you're one of the only people still alive, and that everyone you used to love is dead. Talking's good.
Okay. I mean, there's a difference between a coping mechanism and shit of idiocy, though, right? And like one of the. Okay, what are you doing?
Take
What?
it now.
No, what?
I love the way you talked to me. The cat when it was really called the Claw. Such a sexy name.
You don't think my name sounds like an STD?
No, I love it.
No, we really shouldn't. Where did you get this?
Don't think of it as kidnapping. More like a surprise honeymoon. Don't fight what is happening. Maybe I'm getting my honey soon. Watching for a while now, but I'm done playing pretend. I'm a little push boy in a big glass box, and I want the photographic for 15 cents.
This is creepy. This is weird. I'm no psychologist, but I'm pretty sure you have some serious issues.
Are sexy.
Oh, geez. Listen, I don't know if they still have therapists in the apocalypse or whatever, but maybe go talk to a tree or something.
My dear Caldwell, don't you know? Our days are short, lives come and go. And you need somebody to love, somebody to hold and to care for through all the disasters. What better person than your loving captor?
I've got a girlfriend. I'm kind of busy. I don't like you. I'm a woman. I have herpes. What? You actually have herpes?
I'm at home.
So insane. Oh, I'm terrified. Stockholm syndrome isn't love. Stockholm syndrome isn't love.
I'm just so damn crazy in love. And to maybe crazy on a much deeper level.
She tries to seduce me and then this whole thing about Stockholm syndrome. One thing led to another.
I thought I could trust you.
You
with the
can't.
blood
You
gas.
can't invite her. She came on to me.
Okay, I don't want the details.
No!
I'll deal with you in a moment, Missy. Okay, I'm really sorry if that was condescending. I understand that it must be very difficult for you as the only woman here, and that's something we can address, but for right now, shut up! Claw, come with me!
You gonna hurt me?
If I wanted to hurt you, you'd already be hurt.
When you say that.
I'm just coming here!
Sebastian, oh my god, how much of that did you see?
What the hell was that?
Babe, trust me, that's...
Babe, trust me? Neither of those things apply anymore. Where the fuck did they go?
No, there's two of them and there's only one of you. They'll kill you. Or eat you. I'm still not gonna know what they do.
I don't care.
Fine, let's ask her what she thinks!
There's nobody having this stump.
It looks alright to me. But what we wanted to ask you, Jack, Jackie is, do you like one of us? like?
Yeah.
Is it me?
You know, Piper, I just have so many feelings about each of you. I need some time to decide.
Oh, that's fine. Take all the time you need. If there's one thing that I know about love, it's that you can't feel it right away. You have to take your time, deliberate a bit, weigh your pros and your cons, and ultimately resign yourself to a decision.
Right. So, would you mind turning around and giving me some space to make my choice?
Oh, sure thing. Turn around, Paul.
Why do we have to be turned around for this thinking?
Because it's an important decision.
Can I take myself out of the running?
No, I don't want her to choose me over nothing. I want her to choose me
You're
over
over my
you.
shoulder.
So, you're still in.
That makes some sense. That doesn't make any sense.
What? She's throwing herself at some other guy?
No, she was able to find their camp so easily.
Does she not love him?
It must be super close. That could be dangerous.
Focus! Help me! We are at DEFCON 5 here.
Actually, DEFCON 5 is the lowest level of DEFCON. It's a decreasing scale. Did you hear the DEFCON's name?
God, shut up! Fine, we're at DEFCON 1. You know, that really doesn't sound as bad as 5.
I know, right? I think enjoyed you. School.
It's just, you know, after all the things that we said to each other, and then she goes and does this. I mean, you know, I know she was kidnapped, but still, I'm pissed, dude.
I'm sorry, man.
You know, how can someone be capable of that? I don't get it. You know, not that I'm sad or anything. I'm bummed, you know.
I know how much it sucks.
Do you believe in love, dude? Because I think I felt it.
If I believe in love, you can't not believe in love, Sad.
Well, especially with Jackie and I as an example of what it could be.
Sure, I mean, with Jackie, I think people who fall in love quickly fall out of love quickly too. And it sucks for the people they hurt, but they don't really care. They get to feel something and then bail.
I want to feel something too.
Like sex stuff. Okay, listen. If she's important to you, if you think you could see yourself with her even not in the apocalypse, then why aren't you telling her?
I don't know.
Why are you so scared?
Wait, what?
After all the stuff you've said to her and all the stuff you still want to say, and then you're just gonna let her go? You can see a future with her, and you're throwing it away all because you're so afraid. You should go to her. Follow your heart.
Are you trying to make this an analogy about you?
What? No.
Come on, I came to you for advice. Don't make this about you guys.
I'm not. I'm here for you to talk about your feelings.
Thank you.
That being said, I may have just had an epiphany about me and Rina.
Oh my God, I'm asking you for help.
Thank you, you are my Ellen.
It's not easy.
Yes!
It's such a burden being burdened. You really should know. Us zombies get the short end of the stick. Everywhere we go. Some people are really crying.
So we don't love us.
They seem to hate us right away.
We ever do.
They don't even take a chance to get to know us. As we devour their brains.
Not even. Just want attention. Let me see, please. Yeah. It's not easy. Green. 1, 2, 3. It's not easy being green. Weird that zombies like actually ended up happening.
Can you just focus, please?
I mean, I was never one to watch a lot of TV or movies, but I feel like zombies were everywhere. Like what, 10 years ago? You know, zombies and then pirates and then ninjas. Wait, do we have to be worried about pirates happening next?
Friendly reminder that David's dying.
I just feel like there's a pop culture fad that was supposed to have ended by now.
We really don't have time to debate this.
Oh, it's just a little trophy is all.
You know what's a trophy? Using the word trophy. You sound like a prick.
Whoa, very much. Alright, so let's switch on up. Come on. Hey, also, am I the only one that thinks that Viper and the Claw vastly overestimated how much trickery they needed to attack us? I mean, what, they sneak in just to spy on us? It's so much more complicated than it needed to be.
I liked you better when you talked about Vietnam all the time.
I mean, we gotta kill the Claw.
Whatever happened to that?
The Claw?
Vietnam?
Oh, rule of threes, I guess. Do we have a plan? You know, it's not your fault. It's happening today.
If we hadn't come to the school, none of this would have happened.
Hey, every choice we make has infinite repercussions. You can't hold yourself responsible for each and every one of them. I wrote that on Tumblr once.
I know, it's easy to say that, but it doesn't make me feel any better.
Hey, I'm going to try here. You know, stop me if I'm going too far, but what happened with you and Graham?
When it comes to that kind of stuff, you just get to a point where you're too far and you do anything but hurt each other. Like you're so tangled up that moving in any direction is going to hurt somebody, no matter how hard you try not to. And how do we know if we've gotten to that point? Because everything's just moving so fast. And I don't know, I'm emotional because of David and the zombies and the blood gang and everything. It shouldn't matter.
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you something? Is everybody else hooking up except for me? Like you and Graham and Jackie and Sebastian, and couldn't really tell if something was going on with Holly and David.
Definitely not.
Well, I just feel left out is all. Is it because I'm old? Is it an ageist thing?
Yeah, I really don't think that you should be worrying about this right now. It's not that important.
Well, it's easy for you to say. You have someone to smooch.
We should be doing is focusing on David.
No, you're right. You're right. But I mean, what was I supposed to do? Hook up with Max?
Abraham!
Sorry. I'm gonna go on a walk or something.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. Stopped hearing so much. And I feel much more lucid, which is fantastic. But probably a really bad sign.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. This is all my fault. We shouldn't have come to this school. We should have just kept going and everything would have been alright.
You know what? Everything hasn't been alright for a long time. If it's all gonna be bad, at least we chose the path where we had more fun. It's for a day.
You mean you're glad we joined them?
Glad we laughed for a night. How long had it been? That's important.
I love you.
I love you too. Oh, how are things going with you and Graham? You get a little smooch out of it?
It was a bad idea to even try to get
No, you know, I've heard people say love is free. That's silly. Anybody who's ever been in love and lost somebody will tell you that isn't the case. You pay for love with all the time you spend being heartbroken after they're gone. But even when it feels like no amount of happiness will ever bring you back to neutral, it will. Love is the most expensive thing we have, really. And it can make you so sad. It will, over and over again. But at the end of the day, it will always have been worth it. Just to feel it. It's worth it with family, and it's worth it with boys too.
Wow.
I know, long poetic speeches. I must be about to die.
I miss you so much.
Don't stop loving people.
Okay,
Especially Graham. He's a cutie.
shut up.
Just kidding.